path of a righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it back. It's a little hoodlum, but I always been a classy act. If it ain't paying, then what's the point in laughing back? We move in silence, peace or violence, if it's that, it's that. Easy E and my boy Harlow got me sporting black on black. There I go, switching the flow of things like I control the scene. I hit my shoulder lean, they used to skip me and now they notice me. If you want my undivided, then you pay the open fee. Check the debt, I showed respect and now I feel it's owed to me. We bout action, I ain't known to speak, just putting over tea. I got a dream that my babies know respect the older me. That's the difference being a king with just the look, we know the sheep. Life's a game to these cowards, when we see them you know it's beef. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it back.
Buenos días, hoy no tuve que fumar para despertarme con alegría. Oh yeah. Buenos días, hoy no me importa bañarme con cubeta llena de agua fría. ¿Quién diría de ser Jona? Que algún día yo sería feliz por otra ronda. Es que pensé que ya se me iba la onda. Pude superar las situaciones que incomodaban las bolsas. Pero estoy en mi bag, estoy compartiendo en silencio, I'm giving back. Mi familias primero, llegaron más. El árbol y las ramas bien alto crecerán. Seguimos plantando semillas. A lo largo los principios y modales benefician. Estoy agradecido por lo bueno y lo malo que construye hoy mi vida. Nunca será perfecta y quizás siga fallando, pero siempre se respeta al que no se queda abajo. Buenos días, hoy no tuve que fumar para despertarme con alegría. Buenos días, hoy no me importa bañarme con cubeta llena de agua fría. ¿Quién diría de ser Arjona? Que algún día yo sería feliz por otra ronda. ¿Quién diría de ser Arjona? Siempre he sido mañanero y no me gusta el café. Acelerado me despierto y no sabría decir por qué. Pero ahora me relajo y antes de prender el cel me pongo a analizar todo lo que yo soñé. Era hora de aprender, el tiempo es mi poder. Ese tiempo en la mañana hace mi mente encender. Iniciando el día al 100, da alegría el saber que yo controlo mi vida y bien mi tiempo utilicé. Seguimos plantando semillas. A lo largo los principios y modales benefician. Estoy agradecido por lo bueno y lo malo que construye hoy mi vida. Nunca será perfecta y quizás siga fallando, pero siempre se respeta al que no se queda abajo. Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenos días.
I don't care if you're on your deathbed and you're dying and it hurts and anything, you have to promise yourself before you get there that you are not going to go home a loser. I would rather die than acknowledge to myself that I'm that loser. There is nothing that I won't do. There's nothing that I won't do.
Boy, I gotta work on my grip. grizzly from the first. I'm the truest, watch me prove it. Boy, I do this till it hurts. Boy, I gotta work. Yeah. Said I gotta work. You don't got this in your soul. Yeah, you better search. Yeah, work. Said I gotta work. Grizzly boy, back to work. Man, I got it from the dirt. Yeah, work. Boy, I gotta work. You don't got this in your soul. Yeah, you better search. Yeah. I've been prepping all week. I can see it in my sleep. Out here stepping as a legend. See these roads ain't for the weak. Yeah. If you saw how I see it, you would see it in Everest Peak. That's the goal for me to climb every time I go compete. And it's never out of reach. I don't need some dumb speech. I got me and that's enough. Trust your boy's a fucking beast. Boy, I sow it till it reaps. You better dig deep. Cause if you don't, the past goes around the fucking eat. What was then is it now. You can see I made a vow. It's gonna take everything. You can hear the place pound. We built it from the ground. Want a monster, hear the sound. Yeah. Want a monster, hears the sound. Yeah. I'ma roll into the front. I'm the first to show up and the last to take my cuts. Oppenheimer blowing up. Let's go. You ain't here to work. Nah, blood, sweat, and tears a must. If you plan to overcome, I gotta work. I'm a grizzly from the first. I'm the truest, watch me prove it. Boy, I do this till it hurts. Boy, I gotta work. Yeah. Said I gotta work. You don't got this in your soul. Yeah, you better search. Yeah, work. Said I gotta work. Grizzly boy, back to work. Man, I got it from the dirt. Yeah, work. Boy, I gotta work. You don't got this in your soul. Yeah, you better search. Yeah. You think I want the limelight? You're reaching for a soundbite. We're reaching, teaching crowds that work is how to shine bright. I shed pounds and lift thousands. Sit down when we round. The beat now's a heat count on how cows can be silent. Vibing in this bitch. I'm the type to see and lift. Got my team and we don't stop until we see over the cliff. This a movement that is proven to be rocking. See, we rocking when the rollers in a pitch. Now we locked and try and stop us if you quick. And we caught you, now we're bopping with the drop. Tell me something I don't know. Working till my soul pops. I don't stop. Those minutes mean nothing on the clock. Grand entrance, grand closing. I'ma fold them in a box. Tell them all to go to church. You want it now, we want it worse. Yeah. On our shield and it works. I don't play. This is me on my grizzly. See, I'm winning till the hearse drops. Come and visit triple digits out here doing work. I'm a grizzly from the first. I'm the truest, watch me prove it. Boy, I do this till it hurts. Boy, I gotta work. Said I gotta work. You don't got this in your soul. Yeah, you better search. Yeah, work. Said I gotta work. Grizzly boy, back to work. Man, I got it from the dirt. Yeah, work. Boy, I gotta work. You don't got this in your soul. Yeah, you better search.
It's gonna take all of you. It's gonna take every ounce of your being, everything you got. And if you give it any less than everything you totally got, and you're not totally spent, you're not doing enough. And somehow, by some act of God, it has to be everything within you has to be able to go to the exercise you're doing and demand.
Hey, give a fuck about your gang, I'm from Thomas Road. Nigga was playing around with them sayings, that's what got he smoked. They be hanging out with them things, so do not approach. I put my label all on my chain, that shit solid gold. Put up that thing around your fade, I ain't gotta blow. Niggas be cap with all these straps and still ain't dropping soul. Plenty guns, we got a lot of pose. I pull a stick and catch you slipping this shit like Marvin Glow. Hey, you just cap a lot, my niggas keep straps a lot. Run around like you Scarface, but nigga, you just rap a lot. Really outside OT with it on me, used to trap a lot. Nigga ain't got no loyalty to the gang, he probably rat you out. You come out tripping, they gon' pack you out. Pull that extension, they got ladders out. I ain't slipping, I got blick on me. Come get your key cause your bitch on me. Since you on side with the Crips on, every young nigga on my side got a stick on, blicks on. Right after school, they gon' chip some. Thomas Road, nigga, slow your roll, we got big guns. Yeah, nigga. How you up your pole when they hit none? Niggas just be hoes, they ain't slid once.
Yeah, what up, nigga? I know what's up, nigga.
Make a bitch run.
Look.
Baby chopper with a big drum.
Give a fuck about your block, I'm from 66. I was 20 with a 40 and a 50 stick. With the Crips, got the chop posted in the bricks. Hitting licks past 400 before we did the split. A nigga rich throwing blues on a nigga bitch. A Mary G's, Dior shoes just to match the fit. Pass the blick, close range, tear off half a tip. Brains hanging up close, look like we smashed the grits. EFB fourth quarter, nigga, that's the click. Gang, you throw it up like it got you sick. Ain't got no picks when I shoot, anybody hit. Red dot on the target, I ain't tryna miss. Politics on the yard, I go with Compton Crips. The clip on the AK look like a hockey stick. Hey, you say you tryna slide with Crips. Hey, this ain't a game, niggas really die for this.
Since you on side with the Crips on, every young nigga on my side got a stick on, blicks on. Right after school, they gon' chip some. Thomas Road, nigga, slow your roll, we got big guns. How you up
fuck. Baby chopper with a big drop. I'm finna spin your block, finna wet some. We don't do no talking, keep it gangsta, tryna stretch some. My youngest really active, they active, tryna press some. A whole lot of clips in the building. Now who gon' say some? Really active. We can get it cracking on the avenues. I'm pistol packing, ain't never lacking. I gotta keep it too. Really spaz, don't you come around if you don't keep it true. Really out here thugging, dogging bitches, that's just what we do. Young grip, bust some, cause we don't go for none. Duck hunting, some. This life it ain't fun. Dumb nigga, how you running and you got your gun with you? You ain't really outside stepping, my shit is come get you. Now all that pillow talking niggas be doing, you are not him spazzing, giving niggas the blues. All that shit that I be talking, speaking facts on the truth. I'm really thugging with the homies cause ain't shit else to do. Move.
Say she wanna slide with the clips on. Every young nigga on my side got a stick on, blick some. Right after skull, they gon' chip some. Time is roll, niggas slow your roll, we got big guns. How you up your pole when ain't hit none? Niggas just be hoes, they ain't slid once. I bounce out, make a bitch run. Baby chopper with a big drum.
Hey, you guys simmer the fuck down, bro.
What up? All right, 1 second. We got everything moving here. Let me do this really quick. Hold up. We're doing some things really fast. Here we go. Swipe up for me. Oh, whatever. I got it. Hold on. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Look at this. We're live right now. We're just we're doing something different right now.
Lock that shit.
All right, real quick. Here we go. Hold on. Let me get out of here. Go back in. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Dope. Okay.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. Give it up for Jose with beans and rice, y'all. All right. So we are going to go here. Bang. And this is where we're at. Okay, boom, there we are. All right. My name is Gabino Grhymes. Welcome back, y'all. Oh shit. Hold up. Look at this, man. We're just doing some new stuff and we want to there we go. Okay. Let's lock that back in. Okay. All right, what's good, y'all? Gabino Grhymes at Mike Masters 801 on everything, at Gabino Grhymes on everything. And we are back. Run it back. Episode Who Gives a Fuck. Give it up for yourselves real quick. As we always do, I appreciate the folks that are tuned in right now. Let me take a look at the comments real quick. I got Virgo Glow. Oh, hi, Henny's grandmother. How are you? Let's say hi to you really quick. What's up? Give it up for Henny's grandmother, y'all. Perfect. I got Henny up in the building, obviously. And then we had Lil Bill here. What's up, Lil Bill? What's good? I'm going to show your, there we go. Perfect. All right. And we are live and active, man. We are going about it. We are making sure the process stays where it needs to be at and having a good time while doing it. So, again, episode Who Gives a Fuck. This is Run It Back at Mike Masters 801 on everything. And if this is your first time, feel free to like the video and share it out. We'll wait. Also, it's free. Hit them with the crickets. Man, y'all are champions, man. I appreciate that.
He's on fire!
Hitting them all. All right. So let's see here. As we get started, I'm going to hide this here, of course. We are officially 17 days away, so 2 weeks and some change away from First Blood, which is the circuit, their first event And as you guys know, the circuit is the next iteration of the draft for Mike Masters, headed up by Mike Bailey and Scott Knopf, also known as Atheist. And they are doing it at the Herc, 2505 South State Street here in South Salt Lake. Tickets are available now on UtahRapper.com. Give me one moment and I will put the link here for you. But pre-sales are $10, and then at the door it's $15. So when you go here, I'm going to post a link for you guys to go ahead and purchase. And yeah, we are, back in full effect as far as that is concerned. So support the Herc, also support the circuit and all that. There's a limited amount of pre-sale tickets because of the capacity. So this is going to have one of those vibes and feels of, that underground feeling that Mike Masters is accustomed to. And this is essentially the roots of it. So shout out to the circuit and everything that Mike again and Scott are doing to revive what that feeling really looks like. So give it up one more time. Okay. We also have to make sure to salute the Mike Masters Inner Circle, our backbone, our foundation. Thank you for the support. If you want to be a part of it, click join and support the movement. For as low as $2.99, you are feeding exactly what you think that you might be, which is our events moving forward and what we are doing on the back end as far as production, run it back, as you see here, and ensuring that the legacy of Mike Masters continues to grow. So we appreciate those that have already, our current members of the Inner Circle, and those that are, maybe even thinking about it right now as you're watching. We have battles that haven't been dropped yet, and there's content that is on there that, is not yet released or won't be released ever. Really, it'll just be available to our members. So we are working on a members only stream so that folks can interact that way. And I got some news too, that we are working heavily on getting a music review stream going. If that's something that is at all of folks that want it to happen, let me know. At Mike Masters 801 on Instagram, of course on Facebook as well. We are very, very excited about new things and what we can further promote, not just for our own community here in Salt Lake City, but the battle rap community and hip hop community as a whole. So give it up for that. Again, if you also you get access to emojis. So like this, I'm going to go ahead and click in the chat right now. You have Mike Masters. I'm going to go ahead and just click run it back emoji. You got spades. You got rum nitty emoji. Let's go. Quest McCody, Lefty kind of figuring shit out. Josh Matter, got Mike Bailey, got terminology, all sorts of different emojis. As far as custom to conclude and also include within the stream. So we appreciate everyone that has been a part. So look, man, these comments are kind of blowing up. What's going on? Shit. Lil Cat, what's good? Lil Cat. Man, he is a fucking man, bro, for real. Hey, Lil Cat, I know that you probably have a bunch of subscriptions already, or you're a member of a lot of different sites that or YouTube channels that you support. We'd love it if you were part of us, man. It'd be great. Big Hen, Johnny, Rodney, what's up, man? What's up? You guys see another one from Johnny as well, and we're active out here. Okay, well, this is what we got. So outside of the circuit event on April 19th, spring training 2 is around the corner, and proposals are damn near done. So I have a roster. It's ready to be filled. It's I'm going to start reaching out as early as Friday, so in a couple days, to start making matchups. I call it matchup day for me, and it's a very, very exciting 1 to 2 to 3 days of getting all those matchups for spring training 2 ready. So we're looking at the end of May, May 24th, potentially May 17th, as well as a date that is being eyed right now. Point is, Spring Training 2 is on the way. So give it up for that. If you support Mike Masters, man, put a fucking strong arm emoji in the chat right now. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right, and then for this episode, look, man, this is a guy that I have known for quite a while now. Was introduced to him through Grindmide Cyphers. Shout out to Lingo and AOK. If you have not subscribed to their channel, please make sure to route your way that way. They've been putting a lot of work in, and that's how we made an introduction. I believe it was at this event. That's why I wore the shirt, the All In shirt. Oh, there we go. Grind Mode All In event shirt, and that's where we really were able to connect further. And we were at a after party, and I'll let Henny talk further into this a little bit, but we started freestyling, and the Doe the Unknown was there. B Franks, shout out to B Franks, and oh man, I'm forgetting the other homie's name. Anyway, the point is that as we were freestyling, it's like, as you guys know, as like hip hop artists, there's like a certain respect that's kind of just like given, as you're like, okay, cool, homie can either rap or like homie gets it, that type of thing. And there was that outside of even the cipher, because like you see the cipher and you're like, okay, I know that he's gonna put on because I've seen him before, or whatever the case is. But that was the time when we were able to really like connect and link. And then there's so many stories that happen after that, but I just want to kind of lay the groundwork on how we actually began to talk and begin a friendship that has evolved into something a bit more than I think both of us probably would have anticipated. Not in any other way, except that, it's not uncommon. I would feel like even for him that, you network with folks that it makes sense to network with, and I think that's what we managed to accomplish in this thing here. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Henny Holyfield.
Ding, 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 ding.
Here we go.
Yo.
One second here. I don't know why this is doing this. Let's do this. Let's take this out. There we go. This was supposed to be already. There we go. Boom. Got him. Got him, Code. Got him, Code. That's on me. Hey, Henny, how you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Good to be here. Thanks for including me, brother.
Man, my dog. Hey, give it up, y'all. We're gonna give him a big applause. We're gonna let this button go all the way through. Before I start any questions, I mean, you heard what I just said. Maybe expand on that a little bit, man. Talk to us about
us connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It all started with a grind mode cipher, and like you said, that continued as we went outside and connected on a more personal level. Fast forward to Salt Lake City when we came out there and was a part of the cipher out there. And that was a dope event. Got to sit and chat a bit more, but I feel like we really connected when you came to town. You know what I'm saying? You got your Airbnb, you was able to sit down and enjoy each other's music and trade war stories and then put together the masterpiece that we're getting ready to release to the world. You know what I'm saying? And then the battle, of course, was just a beautiful event, man.
Well, we're gonna talk about all that. And I guess before we get into the questions that I have, because I want to trade back and forth here on some initial impressions. What was some initial impressions of you, of me, and then I'll share mine for you.
Word. I love how you put your shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? Just the way you're very animated with the flow and how you break it down. And so that was something that I enjoyed about, your flow, your stage presence, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, who would have known that we would have been able to connect on the level we did? But at first it was just, respecting each other's craft, you know what I'm saying? And enjoying each other's role in the Cyphers that we were a part of, so I just thought she was a dope ass MC, and then I learned that you're a part of this powerhouse that you're sitting on right now, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, bro, that's fire, you know what I'm saying? And I've been, a fan of battle rap for years. And so I definitely got to thank you for allowing me to be a part of an event that included some of my favorites, man. It was dope to experience firsthand. But yeah, I just stand-up guy, you know what I'm saying? And I learned more, and that we have similar stories once we're finally able to sit down and really talk on a personal level.
Man, dog, I appreciate you saying that. Let's go.
He's on fire.
So
Powerhouse.
The powerhouse, dog.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. Honestly, one of my first impressions was that was your, and take this for what it's worth, but structure. And because of longevity, I felt through your like presence and shit, I was like, oh man, like this guy has taken this craft very intentfully, and this is not like a run-of-the-mill type of thing for him. And there's like really a point in presence about how he conducts himself. Outside of that, when I was when we were in Vegas, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy, because at my age, people may not think that this what I'm about to say is still like relevant, but it still very is. It's like, man, I want to be able to rap outside of like the cipher for him to understand that like I am just as intentful, and that I take this craft just as serious. So in a roundabout way, I was trying to impress like folks around, and I think that that's something that gets lost still, not in the sense of like trying to impress someone or like a group in order to explain what work you put in, but more in the sense of like, hey man, we're all MCs and I take this shit serious, and I hope that you guys can resonate with how serious I take it, with how serious I take either a freestyle or being put on the spot or whatever the case is, and so I don't even know if I've admitted this to you. I don't even think I did. That I was trying to like make an impression and be like, yo man, like these guys fucking get it, and hopefully, because I'm referring to the after party in Vegas after, and was just like, dog, like I've been in those situations more times than I can count, and it's every single time, because I'm from Utah, that it's like running uphill, because of where I'm from, and it's like, oh, fucking MCs from Utah, Mormon this, Mormon that, whoop, and
I ain't never heard that. I know it's a lot of Mormons out there, but I feel like it's dope everywhere,
Yeah. So I wanted to express that. So those were like some first impressions, and why I wanted to further connect. So that kind of lays a little bit of groundwork for what we're about to talk about. All right. So first question: you just got back from tour, bro. What city surprised you the most, and what moment reminded you why you do this?
Okay. The city that surprised me the most would be the Van Nuys show, the finale. Just because it was a real dope, like family type vibe, like all the people that were on, I think, Bio Freak. I'm not absolutely positive on the name of the label, but it's Freak Show and Jay Bentley and some other artists, and it was their hometown, and so you could just feel that type of vibe with them and the people that came out to see them, and they received everybody on the tour. Just they showed a whole lot of love to us. I'm saying? Everybody did their thing. I feel like we all had to go out with a bang in our eyes. It was the final, leg or final show of that leg of the tour. And so we all shined and they received it. And so, and it was a smaller venue, so it just really felt full and intimate. So I didn't know what to expect, you know what I'm saying? But I was thankful that it turned out that way. The moment that reminded me why I do this, and always tends to remind me why I do this, is the random people in the crowd that pull me aside after I get off stage. And so, it was a young brother in Scottsdale, and he had gotten up there, and you could tell that he may not have performed too many times, you know what I'm saying? But I was watching, and he has some dope material. But, you know, I don't ever know how I resonate with the younger folks, you know what I'm saying? And he reminded me, and he was like, bro, like I felt that in my soul, like I really needed to hear that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And began to talk about some of his story and the things that he was going through and things he struggles with and hopes to one day try to, you know, elevate and get to a higher level. And so I just kind of talked him through it, and we exchanged numbers. I told him, you know, reach out to me if you need to, if any advice I can lend you, you know what I'm saying? And so it's those people where, you know, like another person in Van Nuys was like, bro, you have me all emotional, all in my feels. And it's like, yeah, that's what I want to hear. If I can reach you, I don't want you to just hear me. I don't want you to just bob your head and party. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to touch souls, you know, and that's the goal with the music. And so when I know that happens and people express that to me, it makes me feel good, better than any amount of money that I can make, that a true, genuine connection. And those people become supporters for life, you know. So I value those moments right there.
Shit like that. Shit
Bang,
like that.
Wow, like there's so much that I resonate with that, and I think that where you can find where you can see in your response where you kind of like light up is your takeaway from that experience, and where you're like, man, how can I enhance this more for him than it is for even me right now? Because for me it's like a lot already. How can I enhance it more for them? Is it when you get in those moments, what type of handling do you internally do? And you're just like, man, like these are like precious moments that don't come all the time.
I mean, I think that we all get points in time where we kind of doubt, you know, what you know, as we get older, you know what I'm saying? Like the longevity of it, how much longer we want to continue to pursue this thing, and put ourselves out there. And then, you know, what type of crowds that we're in front of resonate with us, you know, and us being from, you know, older generation, how we're going to reach the younger folks, you know what I'm saying, or the people that don't necessarily listen to hip hop, the different types of crowds. And so it just is a confirmation, a reconfirmation that I'm doing what I'm meant to do. I'm walking in my purpose. I feel so alive out there on the road, just because these are complete strangers that have never met me before. And for them to feel that way and connect with me on that level, it's a better feeling than most feelings I can describe. It feels really good.
How many cities was it?
We did 5 this time.
Did 5. What describe for the audience that, you know, may not have been on tour, what that commitment looks like?
Well, thankfully, we went and did the tour before, which is what spawned this tour. But commitment wise, just for this time around, just it's traveling. It's getting up, you know, it's getting up,
Heads up.
Lyric. She said, daughter's in here hanging out. She just wanted to be in here while I do the interview. But it's a lot of, I mean, it may look glamorous in pictures, and yeah, there are parts of it that are, you know, the enjoyment, but there's also the hustle. There's the getting up, or sometimes we might not even, you know, lay it down and sleep in the van. We had a van that was 12 seats, and we all got in there, and depending on how many miles away the next city was, sometimes we didn't even lay it down. We had to get in the van at 4:30 in the morning and get on the road and travel for hours and hours, you know, and maybe have a half a second to shower real quick and change clothes and grab a bite to eat before we have to be at the venue and do sound check. And then we set up merch, you know, and then try to make a connection with these people in the venue before we even get on stage, you know, so that, you know, they're looking forward to your performance, you know. And then definitely the performance is just, you know, clutch. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up there and leave your heart on stage, give a lasting impression. And I feel like it's important, you know, to formulate your set in a way that really gives people a full picture of who you are. It's not just about the hypest songs and making, you know, people dance, but this is your moment to be able to, in music form, introduce yourself to these people. And I feel like you should give them a full spectrum. Don't leave nothing out. If there's something that's a part of you, include that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be some personal stuff and not the hypest record, it still belongs in there because, like I said, I had a misconception. I thought, when originally starting on tour, that you just gotta make the people move the whole time. I'm like, wait a minute, man, that's not even me. That's not even me. Yeah, I got some hype songs, but I got some real heartfelt stuff too. Then I feel like people need to hear it, and those songs resonate more than the high energy records do. And so, yeah, after the performance, you gotta continue to network and try to sell merch. You know what I'm saying, and make connections and network and stuff. And then the breakdown. You know what I'm saying, got to break down everything you set up. And then get to the hotel and do it all again the next day. It's a process.
Perfect.
No, it's certainly a process. I guess where people might get it misconstrued is exactly how you open that answer up with was like the glitz of it and like the pictures that they see like on IG or Facebook or whatever social media platform that they're tuned into you on. It's like, oh shit, they're killing it, and you are, but there is an element of like, hey, there is a lot of real energy that has to be exerted in this process. And I'm glad that you broke that down a little bit more for folks to understand, like, just going on tour, as exciting as it is, takes a lot of work.
It's work. It's not let's get out there and have a whole bunch of fun. Yeah, it's fun, but you have to be built for that type of stuff. You have to pace yourself on whatever it is that you partake in, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that you don't overdo that before it's your time to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Put on the best show you can.
Because that's the point, right? That's the point, right? I mean, that's why we're out there, is to put on the best show possible, and then also leave an imprint, to your point about like connecting with the community there, to establish more of a fan base. So when you go back there again, 2 to 5 more people might go there, and it's a being amongst the people. So that, you laid out a lot of different bullet points that I think get overlooked when it comes to, even your own supporters' perspective of like, yeah, my homie Henny's on the fucking road, and it's like, hey, I am on the road, and I'd love for you to come out to my show, and this is an opportunity for you to really like speak to them and be like, hey, I mean, there's a little bit more that goes into it,
Right, absolutely. And then the dedicated to retouch on that, you know what I'm saying, another highlight for me, something that made me feel like this is why I should be doing it, is the people that came out to the last tour, came out to this tour, and then followed us to a different city, drove and made that ride, you know what I'm saying, and pulled up to a show out of their city limits, just to come further support. We had a group of people, and he came and he took pictures of the whole crew and videos and all kind of stuff, and bought merch from everybody, like solid, genuine supporters that will follow you to the end of the earth. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful feeling.
That's incredible. When it comes to how much work you put in and, the home base, I just want to say, as a fellow artist and a friend, I'm very privileged to call you that at this point. I'm proud of you and appreciative that you continue to allow your art to breathe through you with flow, as opposed to any sort of proverbial dam preventing said flow. So big ups to you on making sure that you continue to express yourself in the art form that you're most comfortable in.
Thank you, man. Means a whole lot, man. Love and an honor and privilege to be your friend too, man. I'm glad we connected. I think we got a dope relationship, man, and a real dope record that came out of it.
Stop it! Stop! Hold on! All right, okay. So let's move off. Well, I mean, I will say this just before we get into this next question. Thanks for inviting me on the tour to be able to rap. All good. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. So we linked in Vegas for Turbulence. And this is the battle that the event that Mike Masters just did with iBattle at the end of January in Las Vegas at the Gas Station Studios. And very, very proud of that event. Domes versus Thesaurus, 40 Bars versus Danny Myers, which is running numbers right now on the Mike Masters page. And then Holmesy the God versus Mad Flex, Lefty versus Mike Bailey. Lucky Desperado versus Idol, Spades versus Conflict, Legitimate versus Mix. I mean, the list goes on. Okay, for this entire event. My question: how did that energy feel from your side, and what's your take on the current battle scene like out west?
Man, the energy was electric. It was amazing in there. You know, as I sit back and watch, excuse me, these battle rap events on YouTube, it's dope to watch from that perspective, and I get juiced here in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? But to be in the midst of that and to see and to hear all the different comments and the energy, you know what I'm saying? It was unbelievable. Like I'm truly thankful, and thankfully I've tuned in. So to like Mad Flex is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's go.
Mad Flex is definitely one of my favorites. Danny Myers is high up there in my group of favorites, as well as Thesaurus. You know what I'm saying? Like these are people, you know, and then to be introduced to you know, some artists that battle rappers that I didn't know about, especially being that we were able to kick it the night before. So I got to meet them on a personal level, and then we went to the event and I got to hear them afterwards, you know what I'm saying? And I was thoroughly impressed. Stretch wowed me, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of highlights in that room, and you gotta be there to feel that. It's not even something that I could fully put into words. Like, you have to be. I encourage anybody who is a fan of the battle rap culture to go to a live event, because it's like night and day between the YouTube and being there. And I was right there in the front, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to see everything firsthand. Yeah, the whole time, you know what I'm saying? And it was, yeah, I would love to do it again. I'm excited for the next one.
Man, and I appreciate that, because you know, these were legit conversations, ladies and gentlemen, that we were really talking about. He's like, oh man, you know, I can't wait for the event to go down, whoop whoop. And I was just like, man, it's just so much different. And he's like, he didn't doubt it, you know, and I was just looking forward to his feedback, you know, after, because of every person that I've encountered that is like, oh, this is my first like live in real life, IRL, whatever, event that I'm attending. Like, it's just so different than what you see on. So I'm glad that you broke that down. And I'm glad that we were able to put on a good show, man. Lex and Paul, shout out to them. Eddie, shout out to him for on the video work, you know, nailed it. And in regular fashion, shout out to Hoodie Jer as well. In regular fashion, we were able to put together a pretty cohesive unit and event that really resonated with the crowd that we were able to bring out there. So I'm glad to hear that feedback, bro. For real. Especially because Absolutely. Like, to some degree,
did an amazing job.
Man, thank you. I think you can understand this because you've thrown your own shows, you know. There is a sense, at least for me. I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay. I do have like some sort of like self insecurity when it comes to shit like that, because you're just like, I want to make sure that everyone's having a good time, but also I feel like the plan that, you know, my team and I have laid out is going to make sure of that. And so you just hope. And then lucky enough for us, 9.99 times out of 10, we've been able to get some great feedback about the events that we throw. So for you to say what you just said, I appreciate that.
I appreciate being a part of it, man.
Did you think that is there any you know, while you were in the crowd and experiencing it all, do we ever see Henny Holyfield drop a fucking, you know, 3 rounds in a fucking ring? What's going on, eh?
I would say in my earlier days where I was just, you know, starving, you know, and I still got quite the appetite, you know what I'm saying? But in those days, I feel like I was in that mode more, you know what I'm saying? You know, as of now, I feel like that's not within my purpose. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have got into it then, I would have fit right in. Now I'm on a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm older, and my focus is on making the type of music I make. You know what I'm saying? Now if somebody called me out, that's a different story. We don't duck no fades.
Hey, we don't duck no fades over here, B. So what the fuck? That's what's up, man. Have you ever made a diss track?
I did make one. It was, you know, and it was in response to something that was said about me, which was just light as hell. And everything. And we came back, you know, and the song was put together, and there was nothing else said. You know what I'm saying? That was the end of it.
Okay.
You know?
Okay,
So
so you're familiar with like that type of arena and what it takes to be like, yo, man, this is a sport too, my G, and
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I just happened to mature and evolve into the artist that you see in front of you today. But young Henny was on a whole different type of time. You know what I'm saying? And you could get it.
I appreciate that. Fortunate for those that follow me, I have not matured and I still battle. So, folks, want to fucking get down. Fuck, we can make it happen.
But you do well at that. You do well at being able to be in both lanes, being able to hop into the ring and do what you do there, and on the flip side, go into the music and put your heart and soul into that as well. So I salute you on that.
I appreciate that. I mean, this I've said it many a time, but it's like something that it honestly is like a building block for the foundation that I sit in now. And yeah, I mean, I just don't ever see myself getting away from it because I'm just like, it's just so fun to craft new shit and be in that like arena. It's so fucking stressful because you're such on an island, and like in real life, like we just had some spaces battles, and I had a very competitive battle. I ended up losing, but it was very close, very close. Each judge's decision was like by 2 points type of thing. It was like it could have went either way type of thing, and I valued that because I'm just like, man, I still can cut, like I still, I
got it.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and it's fun for me to be able to go out there. But okay, so you mentioned intent. We talked a little bit about that. You've always had bars with intention. How do you balance lyricism with message in a way that still hits hard?
I feel like I've always been just a lyrical kind of dude, just because of the influences of like Pac and Outkast are two that I just resonated with, but just music in general. And when I was listening, like that would be something that I would enjoy hearing. So it was always lyrical. It just before it was just more kind of being wordy, and really just kind of venting as well. You know what I'm saying? There was a different intent there, and so to transition it into, I think that's just it comes with age, it comes with being a dad. You know what I'm saying? And just wanting to put the type of message and energy out into the world that I would want my children to be motivated by, as well as motivating myself to be a better person. So the balance is, I mean, I feel like I can't not be lyrical. Sometimes I'll try to ease up just a little bit, just to give the song, a different kind of flow to it. But that's definitely just something that I feel like has always been in me, and to be able to incorporate the message into it, I just feel like it just comes. It just depends on how I feel at the moment and what kind of message I'm trying to portray to, a lot of times, to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to become a better person through my music as well. It allows me to work on myself, and it just happens to resonate with other people in the world, but it's really just a whole lot of self, just talking to myself, coaching myself through situations, and trying to become the best version of me I could be.
There's a lot where first off, that you have mentioned in that response that like really drives home for me as far as like intent is concerned, and making sure that the message is correct, and involvement from early MC hood, I'm going to say it like that, to where you're at now. Is there a song or two songs, either it's recently or beforehand, where you felt as though you made right what that message was going to be?
I mean, two that stand out to me right now are Win, which is just a very motivational record on just encouraging your people. You'd be surprised what kind of effect it could have on somebody just by telling them that you hope that they're successful in life. You know what I'm saying? And so that did the job. And then Realize You're Dope, again, is making sure people remember at the end of the day, through all the ups and downs that they may experience, that they still dope individuals themselves, and to myself, you know what I'm saying? Get down some days. Not every day is sunshine and smiles. You know what I'm saying? I got my days where I'm down, and I think about, events and things that weigh on me, you know what I'm saying? And so I need to remind myself as well that, through all that and my flaws, you know what I'm saying, that I'm still, a genuinely dope individual. So those two records right there are very, very powerful, I feel like, to myself and to the people who hear it. Those are the records that people come up to me about, you know what I'm saying?
And consistently are like, hey man, this kind of, this moved me, or like, this is one that, had a different effect, is what I'm hearing. Right.
Right.
Yeah. I just posted Win. This is with this is the remix that you have on your channel with Mr. Fab. Do you mind if we play a little bit of this really quick?
Not at all.
Okay, let's because this is one of my favorite songs of yours. Let's do this.
It's become the song that people know me by.
Nah, for real. Okay, here we go.
Sad boy.
Good morning. We have completed our first progress report period for the school year. Progress report grades are now available in the Student and Parent Areas portal. They will appear under the Grades tab. If you have any questions or concerns about a grade, please contact the teacher via email. Progress reports will not be mailed out.
Great cinematography.
How's it going, Miss Harris?
Good. Sorry.
I wasn't gonna notice you were late today. Saw you sneaking in here.
It's my son too.
I left it at home. I was late for the bus.
I'll take that phone. Check this out, man.
One thing about me, I ain't never had no hatred or ill will towards another man. I want to see you win. I mean that. Even if you don't feel the same way about me, man, I want to see you shine. I wish you nothing but success.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
If we happen to cross paths, you gon' see that I'm a different breed. I've always enjoyed seeing other people succeed, seizing every opportunity to do a good deed. And hopefully all of my seeds gon' follow my lead. I truly hope that you receive all that you need. I believe that you can achieve all of your dreams, and I believe you can make it through any situation. Just holler at me if you're in need of some inspiration. I do my best to lift your spirits like a hovercraft. I ain't gon' criticize you, won't be no judgment pass. Let you know you're capable of recovering when you fumble, and help you focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. Life is crazy, full of chaos and turbulence, and every now and then we could all use some encouragement. You gon' meet some people who will rather see you sink than swim. Just know that ain't the way I feel. I just wanna see you win. I wanna see you win. Now you can't let nobody stop you. You got to win, and do it so big it's impossible not to grin. I wanna see you win and then do it again. I just wanna see you win. I wanna see you win. Now you can't let nobody stop you. You got to win, and do it so big it's impossible not to grin. I wanna see you win and then do it again. I just wanna see you win.
Oh shit, let's go.
Yeah. I love that record, man.
Again, the link is there in the chat here. I just wanted to, get the essence of the chorus and the first verse there. Walk me through writing that song.
I had been working on my album Clocked In for quite some time, and I had a bunch of songs that I was putting to it, and I got a lot of friends in music, and so I had felt like my album had a lot of features on it, and so I was like, okay, well, I need to wrap this up. I need a couple solo records, and so I was writing, and I wrote a record called Top Shelf Only, which is now the theme song for my radio show, Top Shelf Radio, and we'll get into that. And so that was the intent right there, you know what I'm saying, making sure that it had its own music, because I had somebody else that had made a song to it, and I was like, scratch that. This is my show. Make sure I got my own theme song going. But When is a beat that I had set on that beat for so long, and it's a real intense beat. If you listen to that instrumental without When on it, you know what I'm saying, now that's all you can hear to it. But before then, it was just like, it was intense. It was like, you know what I'm saying, like I felt like somebody, it didn't speak that to me. I didn't know what it said, and I listened to it a million times. I was like, bro, this beat is so raw. I can't approached it the wrong way. And so as I dug into myself and was like, what can I do to this? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I feel like I really need a record that showcases like me and my mentality, the way that I think. You know what I'm saying? People had already known that that's how I feel, and I'm never hesitant to try to help folks out and encourage them to go out there and shine. And so who made the beat is Legion of Doom. They're from Sacramento.
Let's go.
And so I was like, well, how can I do it? And I was just playing with some stuff, and I was just like, just talk about people succeeding. And Win came to my head, and I played around with it, and it came together, and I was like, oh shit, this could really do something. You know what I'm saying? And then the response was out of this world. It blew my mind. I never even thought about, how much of an impact that it would make. I just wanted to put something out there that was, represented, like I said, my mentality. And then, thankfully I've got some people who are connected, and it was like, you should definitely put somebody on here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, who would take this up a notch, and who really has this type of mentality? And Mr. Fab came to mind, and he does a whole lot for his community. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of being an amazing artist, like, he's really just like the mayor of Oakland. Like, he really just looks out for his community. So it's like, okay, that just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And reached out, and we put it together, and he was real, good about, making sure that it was a uplifting message that he spoke on. You know what I'm saying? And then that did so good that I was like, well, shit, I want to include my city in it. And so there's also a 916 remix of Win that's on YouTube that showcases some real dope people from Sacramento on it. So, I was like, what more can I do with this record? Like, this record is just, it's got wings. Like, I need to continue on this road. Let me promote it. Let me get it on as many, different shows as I can. They was talking about doing a mega mix after I got done with the 916 remix. So like, hey man, if you ever do another remix, let me get on. You know what I'm saying? So it had that big of an impact to where it just flew. You know what I'm saying?
First and
most
foremost,
successful record.
Man, give it up for that. You talking about the remixes, man, I just have not tapped in that bag, and you just gave me instant inspiration about listening more when people say that. When it comes to like records that I've had, and they're like, oh man, we need to have a remix with so and so and da da da. And I've just been like, I don't even know how the fuck to go, because I've literally done 0 remixes ever. And for you to just say that right now, instant inspiration while we're sitting here talking.
Perfect.
I mean, think about the remix era, right? As we look back into hip hop, and it's something that you don't see as much anymore, but for them to, tweak something in the beat and put like synth sound in there and give it a different feel and add some different entities, which then inspire the original artist to go back to the drawing board and be like, hold on, y'all ain't about to get on here and just come with this fresh stuff and me, I'm saying, I'm about to come fresh too, and recreate that feeling right there, to the point where like, the verse that I have on the 916 remix is so powerful that I use it as an acapella to introduce the record when I perform now. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, yeah, it motivated me to come anew and put a different, you know what I'm saying? Same feeling, but different wording.
Right.
But yeah, remixes, why not? Why not? Especially if you can get somebody who's, who can really get on there and do what you need them to do. Let's forget about how popular they are, how many followers they have. If you can find somebody who can step into that lane and really just own it and make your song reach a different level and reach their fan base, you know what I'm saying, then why not? You should. Absolutely.
Unbelievable. I think yeah, I mean, thank you. That's what I'll say right now. This is happening literally live for me right now. Like, I just appreciate that you have gone for that. And I'm sure this isn't the first time you've remixed. And yeah, that's great, man. That song is great. It might be?
It might be my first remix.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, with that song, I mean, when we reran it, when you had stopped by at the Airbnb before you made this track that we might premiere to some folks right now, that was one of the songs that we played, and it was one of the things in my introduction that I was just so engulfed in how much our styles and what our intent is leading forward with our messages. It's not just it's just music as a whole, you know. For me, I see a lot of my songs as just journal entries, and it's whether or not they may resonate with folks or not isn't always my point in making a song. It's generally just what I feel like I want to vent or you know, essentially like give to the audience to some degree. And there's some songs that I've released, and I don't know if you felt this way, but that I didn't want to release, you know, because I'm just like, man, this is mine, you know, like I just want to, you know. Have you ever had that feeling?
Rarely.
Okay.
It may have happened once or twice, but you know, I enjoy people being able to react to it and different people resonating with different songs. I always say that you may not like everything in my catalog, but I promise you, you go through there, there's something is gonna hit home, something you're gonna enjoy. And so to know, yeah, and you're surprised sometimes because some of your homies who you know is doing some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, may resonate with a love song that you make. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know how records are going to hit people. It just depends on you know, the ear. And so yeah, but I like dropping my music. I wish you know, there are some records that I haven't released, but it's not because I want to hold on to it for myself. It's just because I want to market it correctly.
I get it. No, I get it. I think where I'm coming from with that, and it sounds like you understand where I'm coming from, but like it's more just like, man, this is so deep and personal to me that you know, once you let it out, it's kind of no longer yours, you know, like personally. I do appreciate the feedback that comes back, obviously, because I would not still be emphatic about any sort of music making if I didn't think that at least one person appreciated it. To our benefit, you know, there's more than one, but yeah, that's all my point is about that. That when it goes back to like your intent, like your bars, you generally have intention. You did mention Top Shelf Radio, so I want to bring that up. Top Shelf Radio really uplifts artists in a unique way. What was the original mission behind it, and how has it evolved since, you know, with teaming up with Doe?
The original mission behind it was to give a platform to the underground, to the locals. When I was approached with it, you know, I ain't never really seen myself as a radio host. I'm not really you know, a host kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? People ask me to host an event and stand up there for the whole time and keep these people entertained in between acts. I'm a pass, you know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, I'm needed to do it. But I just never saw myself in that light because I'm somewhat of an introvert, so I just don't feel like I have that much to say. But I saw it as an opportunity to definitely give that, you know, that platform to the people around me, you know what I'm saying, but also to myself, and it allowed me to be have conversations with people from a different stance. I'm no longer just an artist. I'm a platform. You know what I'm saying? This is what I bring to the table, and so it has value to it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely most it is for the providing it to the artists. I enjoy artists coming through and being excited to come sit down for what may be their first interview, and getting to showcase themselves to, you know, my group of people. It ain't the hugest, you know, fan base that tunes in, but it's people that weren't hip to you beforehand, you know. And so it definitely has been that, and I definitely get true joy when people come in there and they smile and they tell me thank you afterwards, and get to watch it back and stuff like that. Like, it just really feels like I'm doing something. You know, they say those jobs, there are certain jobs where you're like helping the community or helping people around you, the doctor jobs, the teacher jobs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a role that I've been able to step into that is doing good for people around me. And so that's what it originally started off as. The evolution of Top Shelf Radio is crazy because it started off with my brother Dirk Dig, and we were the Cali Boys. And so that was Cali Boys radio show that we started in 2015. We decided, you know, we got to a point where it was just a difference of opinions, and we decided that he no longer wanted to be a part of it, which caused me to start Top Shelf Radio. And so it was very easy to bounce off of Dirk, because Dirk was really just animated and full of energy, and he would just say just some spontaneous random stuff that just would, you know, be entertaining. And so after he left, it was like, damn, I'm on my own. And so I would have like co-host, guest co-host here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I always felt like, you know, it was better with somebody else, just to have somebody to bounce back off, so you just ain't listening to me talk for an hour or two, you know what I'm saying? And so I went through a series of different co-hosts that came and joined me. And, you know, for whatever reason, you know, not all of them worked out. And it's at least 5 or 6 different co-hosts. There was a panel of 4 of us at one point in time, you know what I'm saying? And it just, you know, for whatever reason, it didn't continue that way, you know. I'm still good with pretty much all of those people that came in and co-hosted with me. But Doe, man, Doe is a definitely just a high energy, entertaining dude, you know what I'm saying? And unlike me, radio was something that he always saw himself in. And so when, you know, we sat down, I had just got, you know, there was one of the co-hosts that had just left the show. And so I was back to it just being me again. And we were talking about it during his interview, and, you know, just played around with the idea. And he's like, well, shit, man, I'll come in here and rock with you. And we had been rocking for quite some time. And, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, had been on the road together. Like, we had developed like a real strong relationship. And so I was like, I think that would work. You know what I'm saying? And we did it. And man, I've, one thing I could say about Doe is, out of all my co-hosts, he is the most enthusiastic about being there. I know that it means that.
So oh, sorry. What I was going to say is, what do you feel are some of the strongest attributes that he brings to the show? And I'm posting right now Top Shelf's latest episode just a week ago. I think are you guys going live today later?
No, yesterday. We went live yesterday. So every first Tuesday of the month, we do a live music review on Instagram, because all the other Tuesdays are produced episodes where we bring in guests and we sit down and put it together and release it throughout the month. The first Tuesdays give opportunity to any random artist to send us music in and for us to play it and react to it. But yeah, Doe's attributes, man, he edits our episodes. You know, we pre-record it, and he does. So any dope, you know, graphics or transitions or anything like that, that's him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the more comedic segments are ideas that he's brought to the table. Like, he's fully involved. He loves it. It means a lot to him. You know, he takes it seriously, and it's just, you know, I feel like it was meant for us to finally get to that point. I feel like every other chapter of Top Shelf Radio is meant to happen for the reason to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see it if you go on YouTube. You'll see the different chapters of it, the different fields with different co-hosts and things of that nature. But I think that I'm thankful that Doe decided to do that.
Well, I was going to say that that Doe adds a different perspective to the artists as you guys are talking, and I think that there's a little bit of a splash that you know, each side, and I'm referring to you guys, that he provides in your guys' interviews, and you know, honestly talking to these artists about what their journey has been and so on and so forth. So I certainly appreciate it. I also appreciate the what's the jar for, like their detracting statements, or what's
the big
that?
little jar. The big little jar. Yes, sir. Just a idea of trying to change people's mentality. You'd be surprised how many people downplay themselves. Man, I'm about to go do this little show. Man, I just dropped this little album. No, you didn't. That shit was big, or it was a show. Like, why did you put that descriptive word in front of it and downplay it immediately. How am I supposed to feel about it? How am I supposed to feel about it as you bring it to my attention? To like, man, I just dropped this little album. Oh yeah, that's how you feel about it? Nah, man, we gonna change that. You know what I'm saying? It's big or it's just an album. You know what I'm saying? Get that little word out of your vocabulary. It turned into and it's a bit more intense, like on the show, because like that was the focus of it. But we just decided you can't say that word at all. So when you talk about your brother, when you're talking about anything that might actually be small, describe it in a different way. Say small, say tiny. You know what I'm saying? Get little out of your vocabulary. Anytime you say it on the show, you're gonna put $1 in the jar.
That's right, dog. I when I started tuning in, you started sharing with me, and I was like, oh shit. Like when I first heard that being called out, man, I say that shit all the time when folks are even speaking about anything, you know. I'm like, man, that's just a detracting statement, you know, like oh well, I don't know if or I couldn't do that or something, you know, like you haven't even tried. So just shift the perspective, you know, like because you don't know until you do it. And so when you that whole jar, I am just so fucking happy that you guys check people and you're like, little show, what the fuck?
Right. And I think it comes from originally, not us downplaying ourselves, but other people downplaying, like somebody you haven't talked to in a while and be like, oh, you still doing your little music thing? Like you lightweight hating, you know what I'm saying? Like that, the fact that you put it in that perspective. And so, but the reason that you feel comfortable doing that is because we describe it like that ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Right. So how can you expect somebody to big up you on something if you downplaying and be like, you're doing this little thing now? I'm gonna cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Like you speak life into it. It's huge. It's gigantic. You know what I'm saying? Those type of descriptive words, not small, not downplay it, because you shouldn't feel like that about your stuff, and you shouldn't allow anybody else to feel like that about your stuff.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna let the crowd. There we go. The crowd got all the way through on that one because I agree with you totally. So, with that in tow, we kind of spoke about this, but I'd like to dive a little, double down a little bit here. A lot of people rap, but few build. What made you want to be more than just an artist in the scene?
Man, I used to say there was 999 million rappers in Sacramento alone, right? And so, everybody's doing it, right? You've got random people that you would never even expect to rap. If you look at YouTube and you see some of, the old ladies that get on there and rap, or like, all you got to be able to do is just put some words together and you are a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And so it's oversaturated with rappers. And so why is somebody going to sift through these millions of people in this that pursue this craft? What makes you stand out? What makes you different? Why are they paying more attention to you? You gotta have more. And also, rap doesn't pay you right away. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta fucking, have all your stuff registered in the right way, and it's still gonna take time, and it's still gonna be pennies on a dollar. You know what I'm saying? And work your way up to getting a decent wage from this. You know what I'm saying? And so, what are you doing to try to, one, bring attention to your music, and two, show that you're more than just this rapper? You know what I'm saying? You have to I feel like you should wear multiple hats, and whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? In addition to not having to rely on people for certain services. You know what I'm saying? Some people rap, produce, videography, graphics, the list goes on and on. Anything that they need mixed and mastered, they can do all that themselves, so that they don't have to outsource and spend that money on these services. They're able to do it themselves. And I feel like the more hats you wear, the more self-sufficient you are.
Well, in that response, I heard a lot, and I think that where I was able to resonate the hardest is like, where else can you apply yourself within it? Do you find yourself like, even with Top Shelf, because this is a perfect segue for that, is that you're serving a greater purpose?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm helping out, man. I'm doing what people should do, and what I would want somebody to do for me, and I feel like it's definitely, I feel like that people definitely look at it in that light, and they see me as, uh, I think that, like they call me ambassador, you know what I'm saying, or you know, words of that nature, you know what I'm saying. I've been called the Godfather of Sacramento. Like it's crazy the light that people hold me in, you know what I'm saying. Like, and that's not just from me rapping, like that's from me throwing shows and radio and just judging battles and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've worn a lot of hats to where it's just, you know, I'm looked at in a different light, and I think that it is for the good of the community and the culture.
Well, I mean, first off, thank you for seeing more that you can contribute, because there's a lot that can be said about how folks really see themselves, and outside of the artistry, being like, you know what, I think I can contribute somewhere else. And I'm glad that you've been able to tap into that energy and be like, you know, this is also a place where I feel like I can't be pigeonholed in, you know, and that's something that a lot of artists kind of deal with, and they are just like, oh, I'm just a rapper, an artist, and you know, they don't want to give away any sort of secrets or and honestly, they're not really fucking secrets, bro. Like, there's not a lot that is new under the sun. So you know, folks that are just, oh no, this is how, you know, I just want to hold on to it, you know, for me or whatever the case is. And I'm just talking about processes. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, I just recently said that I want to hold on to songs that are more personal to me. That's a whole different thing. Like, that's just like because of how much intent I put in them. What I'm talking about is like evolution of an artist. I have a series that I'm leaning more into, which is like a tutorial series. Like, I just did a whole live stream on and you guys can check it out on the YouTube channel right now under the live tab on Mike Masters 801 on our YouTube, where I did a tutorial on utilizing the captions app for battle rap clips, but that could be utilized for anything. So
right.
And that my intent there was like, man, I just want to help. So like, how can I give more of my knowledge to a greater base that could utilize it, and skip over some Google prompts, I guess, or Chat GPT prompts for that matter, and just see stuff happen live, you know? So you saying that just resonated highly with me.
But I don't think we should hold on to any kind of knowledge or information or opportunity. You know what I'm saying? If you are in a position to be able to share that with the people around you, then why not? Why would you keep it for yourself? You know, you're just going to grow them as people, and, you know, add to your resume as well. You know,
dog, that's a beautiful fucking way to say it. Also, you know, we don't have a lot of time here. So in order to, if we have an opportunity to enrich our community, our circle, folks around us, with an answer to a question that may have been bogging someone down for God knows how long. It may have been just within the hour, and you know, the Lord gave you that light, whatever the Lord is to you, and universe, whatever the case is. I'm not here to do that, but man, make sure you speak your truth and be able to enrich the community around you, because that only enriches yourself as well. So that's what I'll say. Yeah. My dog, we got a track on deck. Okay. Without giving too much away, what was it like linking creatively, and how do you approach collabs differently now than when you first started? So 2-part there.
Linking creatively, man. It was great. It was like you know, the lead up into it, you know what I'm saying? The sit down, the enjoying each other's catalog. We've listened to each other before, you know, cipher wise, but we've never dug into each other's catalog the way that we did that night. And to hear, you know, some of your records, some personal records, some lyrical records, all of that, just to know this is what I'm bringing to the table as we sit down and collaborate, you know what I'm saying? So that was very important to our process. I feel like that made that song what it was, you know what I'm saying? And so I just really enjoyed that aspect of it. And then, you know, the enthusiasm was there. We was, you know, it was like, okay, yeah, now we hyped up, we listened to each other's music. Let's work. And And it just came together. It was a monster. You know what I'm saying? I remember being so excited about the record. We must have ran that thing back about 10, 12 times, you know what I'm saying, after we got done with it. It was exciting, you know? And so, you know, not every collab works that way. And so, but that's one thing that I truly enjoyed about it. My collaborations back in the day were a lot of times based on who was around me, who may have given me a ride to the studio, who my homies were on the click. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't talent based. It was just like, let's make a song because we're around each other and you're here. And so, you know, I don't want you to feel left out. I want you to be included in this process. Come on, hop on this song. And you might not even, the person might not bring to the song what it needs. I got a lot of feedback back in the day where people will be like, we want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? I like that you're working with all these cats over here, but they, you know, ain't really, you know, holding it down the same way that you do on a record. And I would listen to songs and I'd be like, you right. You know, the person ain't even necessarily talk about the same thing I'm talking about. They just rapping, you know what I'm saying? And I'm extremely, like you'd say, I rap with intent, and Highway tells me that I'm just a no filler, straight to the point. I believe that if you are doing a record that you should dive into that lane and stay there. You know what I'm saying? Why are you way the hell over here when we here? I'm tunnel vision on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you the best breakdown of how I feel about that particular topic as I can. And so if you have somebody else that's on that record that's not doing that, it devalues that record. It brings it down, especially if they like smack in the middle of the song, you know what I'm saying? Or even first. They start the song off like that. You have about 10 seconds to catch somebody's attention and keep it. And you, that's right. If you don't, you know, they turning it off. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, the records that the people I collaborate with now, it's more of a chemistry. I'm not working with just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I do have records with homies, but more so people who I feel like collectively will make something dope creatively, that they can match my creativity, and we're going to do that song justice from both perspectives, and that they have a following that I'm not necessarily tapped into. And yes, baby. Thanks, Mom. She went to go get, and I should be right back.
Should be right back.
Yeah, just channeling each other's, careful please, being able to just tap into each other's fan base, being able to bring the same kind of energy to a record, and not necessarily the same, because we two perspectives, you know what I'm saying? See what I did there? But, you know, just being able to keep the song going the way that it should, with two different perspectives, and not having any low points in the record, not being somebody being able to hear it, be like, damn, I like that record, except for, you know, no, we work together and creatively puts together something great. So I'm a lot more particular about who I collaborate with these days.
Do you feel, well, let me speak into what you had described on us linking creatively. It's something that I've spoke about with friends that have asked. That process is one that took me all the way back to like 2010, 2012, 2011, when I was working with my group, Mr. Benny Records. And man, we would just vibe for like 2 hours before we were like, okay, now let's hit this beat, you know, like, so I had not and I've hit that type of environment with others, like B Franks is one that comes to mind, and like being in the studio and being like kind of vibing off each other. But that was to your point, like I think we even said it before, like, hey, let's kind of get an idea of each other's styles, and let's start digging through what we've already created. And honestly, I think this is relevant to tell the people, we almost didn't even make the song. Like it went late, you know, because we were just chilling. We were chilling, dog. We were big chilling.
Right, and it wasn't just back-to-back music. Like there were storyboards in between, and we would get to know each other, and knowing that we have similar backgrounds and similar pains and things that we deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like just realizing that we got, you know, similar stories going on, and that helps us connect creatively because we know that we, you know, certain things that we share, you know. And so that's it was a conversation, it was a kicking session. Yeah, we eventually was going to get to the song, but up until that point, we was just getting to know each other and enjoying each other's music.
Presence and music and messages and creativity and artistry. And truth be told, honestly, if we did not knock it out that day, I would, you know, none the wiser. I would have been just like it would have been just fine in the respect of like, man, I know Henny on a different level now, you know, like, and I know in time when God lays the groundwork, we'll be able to accomplish that. And as the universe would have it, it intervened at some point, and we were just like, fuck it, let's start going with the beat here. Punchline said that's how you do it. It's a process. It is a process, and sometimes it's not a process. Sometimes it's like a matter of like a homie sending you over a track and being like, hey, here's the joint, and then you know, see what you can do to it.
Just different perspective, different situations call for different processes.
Right. And
shout out to my dog Punchline, man. He just got off the road with us, man. Real dope individual, real talented dude. Please go follow him.
Shout out Punchline. And so with how that ended up coming about, chat, I got to see at least like 3-4 fucking these emojis. Let me show what emoji I want to see. This is the emoji I want to see, because we'll play it. I want to see either that emoji, this emoji, or this emoji. Dang, one of those. If you guys want to hear that shit right now, I sent it over to you, the Grimo Cypher, because I submitted it for the Sunday Night Grind.
I watched that. That was fire. I love seeing that reaction.
Lingo and okay, man, like it's they, and I told you this too, but like they had great response to it, and and you know, this is the third mix because we've revised it a couple times, and I really wanted to hear Lingo's like, hey man, like I want you to hear, like, is the mix done, you know, like, because that's
what he paying attention to, that shit.
Right. Yeah, and he's like, yo man, I think it's done. So that's one from Lil Cat. Give me two more. What's up? You guys want to hear this shit or not? Anyway, and I also submitted to that Dorky Review show with
I fuck with Dorky Review, man. He's a very animated dude. He get to sing and you know what I'm saying? I really enjoy his platform.
And he also said on his platform, he's like, so are you guys doing a whole joint? And that was a lot of the feedback that I got from homies that I shared with like my own circle of folks that don't bullshit me. And then I hit you up and I was like, I guess maybe we might have to fucking do an EP or something. I don't know. So
let's go.
I'm gonna let that sit in the air. Lil Cat can't be the only. There's more people on here. Yo, either hit me with the prayer hands, 2 fires, or some hearts in this bitch. You guys want to hear this song? Let's go, because I have it right now. It is queued up, ready to play. It is unreleased from Gabino Grhymes, myself, and Henny Holyfield. Yo, Punchline hit fucking 4. Let's go.
Come on.
One more. Come on. What the fuck? I didn't even put a goal out. I was going to put a goal out at the beginning of the episode to be like, yo, support the man Henny in this bitch. I was about to bless you with like $30 at the end of this show, dog.
Hey, my people are in here, man. My people have came through and showed up, man. I love my people. Appreciate
one more. Who else? Lil Cat, Punchline. We got one more. Just give one more.
There you go. There's one more.
Look at Henny J right there, dog. All right. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, world premiere, unreleased 2 perspectives. Gabino Grhymes and Henny Holyfield, recorded by B Franks, who has an incredible setup. God, we got to talk about that. And then mixed and mastered by produced by Fred, and then of course New York banger beat, man. I think we got the pocket here, bro. All right, you guys ready? Here we
Let's
go.
Lyric. We'll talk about that.
It's a Henny Holyfield, Gabino Grhymes collaboration. I heard they was looking for us. Ain't nobody hide, man. We outside. You got a problem running that shit.
I said the time is perfect, no matter if you're nervous. Henny and Gabino working, now it's time to purchase. We curving, no Clayton Kershaw, we still encouraged. And I'm searching for an MC that's really worth it. You take it too long with the beat, back to Curtis, 50. See, it's different when you can word it. I mean, enunciate, bring the hate, we can renovate. I'm making space for MCs to grind mode and innovate. But we ain't dealing with the bullshit. Fuck going viral if you lost who you cool with. Who fits when you're Spank Kardashian cool with. The tool skip, mechanics and vectors you can't fool with. I'm a bull with minds. Check the stocks you'll find is a bear who isn't scared of protecting the street signs. I'll climb to a new precipice. Yeah, who's a bitch? Me or you if I only have 15 to write the shit.
Every time we in the spot, these people, they tell us they want it, cause they know we genuine. We seen it and lived it and done it. We ain't never been about no frontin'. We keep it 100. We ain't ducking shit. If it's an issue, then tell them to run it. Run it. They want it. We seen it and lived it and done it. Man, to keep it 100, we ain't ducking shit. If it's an issue, then tell them to run it. You in the presence of a king, you better act like it. Style unmatched, Chevron, wish they had gas like it. My light shine brighter than the spear of Vegas. Got the great cheering so loud that I can hear the hate. Cadence so amazing, make you double take. Fuck a gimmick, I'm authentic, I don't do nothing fake. 100 steps ahead of the competition, pick up the pace. It's disgusting how I be busting, you couldn't bust a great. Yeah, the champions in the building, get your cameras out. Hotter than the sign, I got your baby mama fanning out. You mad, cause I'm the one she ran about. Now all your siblings and your cousins busting, even brought your grandma out. Yeah, standing on business, I'm so official, bitch. Gifted like Christmas, it's a privilege just to witness this magnificent display. You better appreciate it. Keep it a C-note, Team and Gabino can't be faded. Come on. Every time we in the spot, these people, they tell us they want it, cause they know we genuine. We seen it and lived it and done it. We ain't never been about no frontin'. We keep it 100. We ain't ducking shit. If it's an issue, then tell them to run it. Run it. They want it. We seen it and lived it and done it. Man, to keep it 100. Ducking shit. If it's an issue, then tell them to run it.
Perspectives, you're asking for a death wish.
We some stars, every single bar leave you breathless.
Where you left in, caskets that lost their hinges.
You should run this shit back if you're not a fan.
It's endless. Talk if you want, but we run this shit.
Your whole fucking style is redundant. You want some funny shit.
We punish shit. Karma's a bitch, and you're the son of it.
Dopeness, we got a ton of it. You ain't ready for none of it.
Come and quit, pause, Jaws, not a Spielberg head.
Still won't hit you all in your soul. You won't feel the shit.
Sit with your ass attentive, just pay attention.
We the ones that they mention and causing all of the tension.
The section is different when you talk to MCs.
$1 million moguls who ain't worth 10 G's.
It's me, connected from a different say we.
Celebrating the fact that we something they can't be. Every time we in the spot, these people, they tell us they want it, cause they know we genuine. We seen it and lived it and done it. We ain't never been about no frontin'. We keep it 100. We ain't ducking shit. If it's an issue, then tell them to run it. Run it. They want it. We seen it and lived it and done it. Man, to keep it 100, we ain't ducking shit. If it's an issue, then tell them to run it.
That beat is so nasty.
Here it goes.
Yeah, you had it.
Man, yo, let's see. Karma's a bitch and you're the son of it. Yeah, no.
Say that. Yeah, Lingo pointed that shit out too.
Oh, that's so funny, dog. I remember writing that shit and being like, that's just funny as fuck, dang. Oh my god. Man, appreciate you guys, man. We're ready to drop that here sooner than later, but we want to make sure to get that right. Obviously, we'll look at a visual for it, but
absolutely.
Man, chat, light it up right now. We got a little bit of time here, just not much, but we got a tiny bit of time here. Just let us know what you think.
Tiny bit. I like how you switched that up right there. The tiny bit, not the L word.
Not much. But yeah, I think what's in the works now is that we start pitching back some tracks back and forth, and I think we got the foundation for something real special, dog. I think we got something real.
The feel of that record, just it comes on like it's like something big is about to happen. The doom, and the organs come in like it's fucking monstrous.
It's
you know
a whole thing.
I can't wait to get to stage. That's what we need to be doing, is facilitating the show so we could get up on stage and rock that motherfucker.
That's right, Doug. That's right. I'm glad that folks are rocking with it. Thank you guys so much. Obviously, this is going to be on this episode, so fuck it. I mean, I guess it's kind of out now. But with that in tow, Henny, last question for you is, with 2025, we're at the beginning of the second quarter. What's on the horizon for the rest of this year? If you go in segments, what do you have planned for the second quarter? And yeah, again, what are we looking to accomplish in 2025?
I definitely want to get into a groove of putting out more content, consistent content, just for records that I have, records that I'm about to make. I have a album, it's an 8-track album with Art Science out here, and that's the next thing that people are getting. We have a record called the Lots Anthem, Leaders of the True School Anthem, and that's coming out within the next couple weeks. And then we're going to continue to hit the people with singles and then release the project. I have a lot of collaborations that I'm doing. Me and my dog Highway have the Henny Way project that we have started on. You know what I'm saying? Me and Doe got the Hendo project that we have got at least 5 songs to. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother Double G got a project, the Double Shot project, where we got at least 10 for that. That's pretty much done. Me and Punchline just formed an alliance, so I plan on doing some work with Punchline and then definitely hopping back into my Glass Half Full album series, because that's my most recent project, and so I would like to continue that and do a volume 2 and make it a glass half empty and give you a closer look into some of the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot more positive records on the Glass Half Full. We're gonna give you the other side. You know what I'm saying? And then just visuals, traveling. Say that, Punchline. Absolutely. I want to travel more. I want to get out the country. I want to go perform in another country again. I performed in Canada so far, and so I ain't got this passport for nothing. I'm definitely trying to get out and perform outside the country somewhere, in addition to continuing this tax return tour. Say that. I'm saying no trying to. That's what we doing.
That's right.
We formed an alliance, man. Shout out to my tax return brothers, man. My Matapelli brothers, you know what I'm saying? Punchline, Eli 67, Adnama, and my brother Highway, you know what I'm saying? We just said this is the beginning. So we're definitely planning on doing a couple different legs of that, in addition to some side tours with not all of us, but just a few of us in different legs and different shows, you know what I'm saying? So more shows, more music, more content, a lot of traveling, and just elevation, man. Just trying to reach new heights, bringing Top Shelf Radio to new heights, and bringing different guests in. I have been told that me and my other radio host on the network, Katie McKee, we will be doing media at Rhyme Fest in August.
Oh, okay.
That's her. That's huge. Looking forward to that.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's incredible.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. Just as many, I did a lot last year. The tour itself was humongous for me last year. So how do I top 2024? We continue to grind and hit the pavement and go hard and just try to reach new accomplishments and never stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Take a breather for here and there, take a second step back, and then get right back to it. You know what I'm saying? Do as much as I can. You're not gonna stop hearing my name this year. Let's just say that.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Henny, give all your socials out, let folks know. And yeah, man, we're gonna end this shit on a high note.
Word, man. Henny Holyfield on everything. Not Henry Holyfield, not Henny Holyfield. None of that, the variations. It's spelled right there. It's spelled behind me on the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's spelled on the flyer that he made in the description. Henny Holyfield, just like that, on every platform that you could think of. I believe it's Mr. Henny Holyfield on TikTok, but everywhere else, Henny Holyfield, all the socials, all the digital platforms. Also, Top Shelf Radio on TikTok. It's the new Top Shelf Radio. On Instagram, it's top_shelf_radio. And then on Facebook, I have a Top Shelf Radio page with the $sign for the S in shelf, and then also a Top Shelf Radio group page that you can join and go in there and post as much content as you want. It's a community in there. So follow my music, follow my radio show, man. Follow my team, Skylit Music. Shout out to my whole team, man. Follow my brothers, you know what I'm saying? My tax return tour brothers, man. And just shout out to my grandmother who supports me like no other, you know what I'm saying? Here for every one of these interviews. We just got done rocking a show in Vegas and she hit the stage with me. You know what I'm saying? Support grandma, you feel me? And just, continue to stay tuned in to, the future, because I promise that I ain't giving up no time soon. I still got some young air in these lungs, man, and we're gonna continue to work.
Well, I appreciate you. Well, hold on. He's on fire. I appreciate you so much for making time. I know it was kind of last minute, but you stay in the pocket, bro. So you know exactly what to do, and you're a professional. And I admire your work. And there's from a not just as an artist, from a third party perspective, man, it's inspirational what you do. And thank you for taking time to introduce yourself further to our community here at Mic Masters Alliance. And I'm just eager to see what you have next, and eager to see what potentially, what we're going to do, man, because if you guys couldn't hear on that fucking track, it was so fun to make. It was so fun to make. And I know that's going to be, for the rest of them. So at Mic Masters 801 on everything, at Gabino Grhymes on everything. This is Run It Back, episode Who Gives a Fuck, April 19th, First Blood from the circuit at the Herc, 2505 South State Street, and packed with 8 battles. I think that we're going to potentially be doing some face-offs virtually next week, and then also getting Eddie I from Team Salsa Delgados on next week as well. And if it's not next week, it'll be the following week for the face-offs. But the point I'm making is that there's so much on the way every Wednesday. Normally start around 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, depending, but that's normal start time, 5 p.m. Eastern. So thank you guys. There's a litany of other shows that you can see in the live, where we're speaking to a lot of the biggest names in battle rap, Disaster, Marv One, B Magic, Holmesy, DeGod, Quest McCody. There's a heated back and forth between Danny Myers and Quest McCody before their battle at Apollo on April 12th. And in Houston, that's coming up. Obviously, the headline on that is Daylight versus Rum Nitty, and that's going to be outrageous. Shout out to Takeover Battle League. The point that I'm making is there's so much here on our channel, so I'm introducing myself pseudo through this interview with you, Henny, to your community as well. Hope you guys see a while. Binging on a couple episodes, and then also I want to give an update. Dumb Luck versus Mike Bailey will be releasing as early as Friday, so I want to give that it's just due. The rest of the Mountain West Showdown 7 card is going to be coming out right after that. The next battle from Turbulence is going to be Spades versus Conflict, and there's more battles coming from there as well. So
y'all go like, subscribe, comment, all them good things, man. Follow this man, follow the network. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you involving me and this, like I said, powerhouse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of love and respect for your channel, for what you built, and just how you continue to keep it going, man. Thank you for including me.
Man, I appreciate you. Go, Grandma, indeed.
Go, Grandma.
There she goes. There she goes.
Love
all right.
Too.
All right. Well, that's it. Run It Back. Episode Who Gives a Fuck. Gabino Grhymes, Henny Holyfield, and we are
Salute,
out.
In my head, it sounded better than that. In my head, it sounded better than that. In my head, it sounded better than that. Let me stretch out on this, bro. Let's go. I feel real good. Gabino. 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 This that. Get up and grind.